Welcome back to this channel, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use OS library, and it's a very important library when you start getting into data science, because part of majority of data science projects in data analysis project is always about file management and how you organize where your data sources are and where you write your results. So it's very important on how you are going to interact with your operating system without going back to click buttons and doing everything from the code section where you are writing your script. So that is why I thought it's very important. First of all, let us just create a dummy file, and before we create a file, allow me to make sure that you are in a folder. So in my case, I'm inside this folder in my downloads called countries. So that is where I'm working from. If you are not, if you have a different folder, that's okay. Just make sure that you know the folder where you're working from for easy file management and confirmation of what we are doing. So first of all, let me create a script for that, and I'm gonna do the same. If you didn't watch the previous video, you can watch it. I've illustrated how you can do that. So if you haven't opened the folder where you're working from, you can click on File and then Open Folder, and then in my case, Countries. So it's inside Downloads folder and then Countries, and then open it. And then now we create a file, which is our Python file or the script that we are going to run. So new text, oh sorry, it's not supposed to be text file, new file, and then click on Python. It's going to give you option of Python. Let me just extend, make it bold. Python file, and then just Control S, save it. It will prompt you to give it a name. Just say intro to OS. I always like to name my files in capital, in small letters. Library. So I can do intro to OS library and then save it. So what is OS library? So OS library basically means operating system library, and it's a very useful tool. It's a very useful library. The module allows you to provide or provides you with functions for interacting with your operating system. In other words, when you're writing your code here, you can read the files within your dictionary, not dictionary, directories or other files in other directories without going back to click on them. We just call them here on Python. So it's a very useful module of Python. So whenever you're writing or wherever we are having this script here, if you look at the video, if you look at the folder, sorry, and you open countries, you'll find that our Python script is in the same directory. But in most cases, your Python script might be in a different directory from where your data set is. So that is why I thought it's very important to know how you can manipulate without necessarily having data mixed up with your script. So on to that, the first thing you need to do is to learn how to import OS. So as is the custom, it's just import OS. And by the way, if you install Anaconda, it automatically comes with it. If you haven't installed Anaconda, or you have a different way of how you installed Python, you can just do pip install OS in your terminal, and it will automatically install the module. Otherwise, I believe you already have it. By default, I think it should come with Python. So the first thing that we need to learn on how to use OS is to know your working directory. So as I said previously, my working directory is on, let me just pull it up. My working directory was on downloads and then country. So this is where I'm working on. So it's important to clarify that. Now, to know the current working directory, OS has got a function called getCwd, which basically means get current working directory. So if I do OS get cwd and then open and closing brackets, it will tell me the current working directory, and we can execute this by running the code. run the code, and it's gonna show me the working directory. It doesn't show me, so I need to add the word print so that it can print it up. Print, and then run it. So you can see it tells me my working directory is on users, my name, downloads, and then country. So that is the where I'm inside of that directory. Again, you can give it a variable. I can say current directory equal to get os.get c. And the good thing about VS Code, it automatically gives you possible completion of your code. So I can basically click that and it will run. And then now I can print the current working directory because I've saved it as a variable. And when I do that, it's going to print it here. So you can test that on your machine. I know you're working on different machines, but for my case, I'm working on MacBook. It should not be the output should be the same. And I think that is to do with the introduction to OS. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can automatically create folders or create folders within Python rather than going to your interface and right-clicking and pressing create folder and then saving. So I'm going to show you how to do that on the interface here so that you can automatically create folders or write data and create folders within. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and then tell a friend to tell a friend. Until next time, bye-bye.